Hey everyone, it is William here from the UpViral team, and today I am joined with John, who's here with me on the call. He's the co-founder of Beauty Ritual. He's based in Canada, and John has basically he got our attention because we checked his account and we noticed that he had like over 16,000 leads inside his UpViral account. So we invited John for an interview, and here he's going to be revealing the secrets on how he has been able to achieve over 16,000 leads. So hopefully you will stick around and you will watch until the end as he will be revealing his secrets. So John, welcome to this case study interview. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much, William, for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. So before we dive into the campaign specifics, like, can you share a bit of an overview about your business and what you do?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the co-founder of beautyritual.ca. My responsibility is mainly with the business development and digital marketing. This was a business my wife and I started actually just as kind of COVID hit. We own like a brick and mortar day spa, and of course during COVID, those were closed down for quite some time. So we knew early on we need to find some other business model that worked for us. So we created, or we basically took the in-spa product offerings that we had at the time and just put them online. Um, Now the challenge with this is that it's a very competitive space in Canada. We sell a specific brand of skincare that's very popular, but the competitive landscape is a little overcrowded. So we knew early on that we would need to be somewhat aggressive and somewhat proactive in all our digital marketing efforts. Which is, which was always our approach. And, we grew the business from, practically nothing to 4 or 5 months later doing over six figures per month, which is, amazing. But it just spoke to kind of the amount of effort and the amount of work that we were putting into the digital marketing aspect in terms of like generating leads and generating sales and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is you said from 0 to 6 figures in 4 months.
Yeah, in 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty impressive for
So
what.
it was amazing. I mean, we feel blessed every day that we're still doing this and we're still really going strong. Um, Now, for us, we had some advantages. I mean, the brand that we sell already had a market base.
Uh-huh.
It already had kind of brand recognition, so we didn't really need to go too far down those tasks. We really just needed to, um, just provide like a um, you know uh, market saturation in terms of like advertising and lead generation, and that sort of thing. And that's why we originally looked at UpViral as one of the tools for that strategy, because we knew we needed to provide um, kind of like as much advertising, as much kind of aggressive lead generation as possible to kind of capture as much as the market. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's what led us to UpViral originally.
All right, all right. So you wanted to be aggressive in terms of lead capture and generating sales and revenue. So that is why you went to UpViral. And before using UpViral,
That's
like,
right.
did you do anything else to accomplish this goal?
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe aggressive digital marketing is not quite the right word, but certainly comprehensive. So yeah, so we were doing, or we are still doing, like Facebook and Instagram advertising,
Yeah.
um, in terms of kind of traditional sales ads, but also lead generation ads, ads that point to, quizzes and, some form of education. These types of marketing efforts is really where we found the most return on investment.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Okay. Cool. Cool. And so now let's dive into how you use UpViral. So what type of campaigns do you run for Beauty Ritual?
sure. So the type of campaigns that we've run up to this point have been primarily like giveaway campaigns or like contest-based campaigns.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Do you run them like on any like do you run them on a frequent basis or just whenever you feel like, hey, now we have some time, let's do a giveaway?
Right. Yeah, and that's a really great question. So originally, um, we were just running these campaigns kind of randomly. Um, we launched one and we're like, okay, that worked, pretty well. And then a few months went by and we're like, I guess we should run one again.
Mm,
Um, and what I realized, so we've run like a set of these campaigns, and now we run them continuously. And originally, when we looked into UpViral and kind of the social referral, platforms and that part, we didn't really know at the time how significant it would become part of our lead capture strategy going forward. We thought it was just kind of like a novelty tool, I
yeah.
suppose. Just something we'd run once in a while, and yeah, we would get some leads, and it would be, be fun or whatnot. But what we realized after we ran a few of these is that it is actually really effective at generating like low cost, high value leads in a fun way that's not direct marketing. Since we already do a lot of direct marketing, we
Hmm.
feel like, we're kind of saturating that aspect of our strategy as much as we can. So what else can we do? And this is actually an amazing way of doing that, because it's somewhat fun for the lead. It's engaging.
Hmm.
There's like a clear value proposition. You don't have to sell anything. It's
Yeah.
just like, here's, an awesome prize or a set of awesome prizes that you can win. Um, and all you have to do is just like share it on Facebook or some, other kind of low barrier to entry tasks,
Yeah.
which is awesome. And they all benefit us as a brand. So it made total sense. So our the way we look at UpViral now is that it's kind of a consistent part of our lead generation strategy. So we run them. We run our contest for about 4 weeks, generally speaking,
Okay.
and then about 2, 3, or 4 weeks, we'll run another one. So about 5 or 6 a year, and run them continuously.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Awesome. And you keep them running for like a month. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Um, oh, so many things I wanted to ask at the same time. But it's something that I agree with what you said is that at the end of the day, when you promote your business, right, when you advertise and when you do marketing, like you there are ads that you can put out there that is like very direct response oriented, hey, buy my stuff, but not everyone responds to that in the same way, right? And that is where a viral with a viral campaigns, it comes in very handy because people, not everyone that doesn't know your brand is going to respond the same to your message. And if you put out there a campaign that is very engaging, that is fun, that you basically enter your name and email, then you can accumulate points, you have a chance to win something, you can refer your friends. You're going to convert also a different side of the market that wouldn't respond to just a simple ad, hey, buy my stuff. I think there are
Absolutely.
studies.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
I think there are studies that basically say that whenever you put a direct response marketing ad out there with "Hey, buy my stuff," it's like 3% of the market that is ready to buy your product there and then. The other 97% is not. So with a giveaway campaign, you're basically like going after that other 97% and nurturing them, engaging them with a campaign, and further down the line or after the campaign has ended, they have learned about you, your brand, your product, your values, and everything. So they might purchase there. So yeah, I couldn't agree more with what you said.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that the barrier to entry is so low for a contest, there's no like
Mhm.
commitment. Um, and if the prizes align with your audience, there's high perceived value there. So it's just really easy to get those leads. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. So now we're going to dive into the specific campaign. So you have in your account, like I mentioned at the beginning of this interview, you have over over 16,000 leads. But we're going to focus on one campaign specifically. Can you tell us what is the price that you gave for that campaign?
Sure. I should say that we've done some experimentation with the prizes that we give out. Um, and I would certainly encourage other users to do the same thing and other brands to do that as well. To find like the kind of the sweet spot for your audience. Originally, our one of our first campaigns, it was a bit of a collection of products that we sell as well as other products that are kind of complementary, which sort of made sense at the time. But for our particular audience, for our particular audience, it didn't. I don't think it worked quite as well. So what we do now is that we have usually between 2 and 4 prizes, so that people feel that if they enter, that their chances of winning are a little bit greater. As well as we focus specifically on the products which we do sell, since we have a high product count. We have lots of different products, but we focus on those complementary products which have a high perceived value, but people don't necessarily purchase. So they would want to purchase them, generally speaking, but most people do not. So we're not cannibalizing our sales or delaying people from purchasing. We're just having the products that they already love, that they might not have tried, but they would love to win, and multiple prizes. So definitely more than one works the best for us.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. And so before we start sharing the campaign here, like, can you tell us about the results that this campaign has generated?
Sure. Some of our latest campaigns, so we're doing about, I think, 2,500 leads per campaign that we run on average, which is wonderful. And for us, when we run one of these campaigns, every lead that we generate through UpViral is worth about $8 in the duration of the campaign, which is amazing. And because, of course, anyone who doesn't make a purchase during the campaign or shortly after, we put them into our standard automation and drip campaigns, and then we, try to convert them into customers further down the line. But generally speaking, a lead is quite valuable.
Yeah.
Every lead we
get.
Yeah.
I just did the math here. So you're saying on average, like with every campaign that you do, you generate about 2,500 leads, and every lead is worth $8. So that means every campaign generates you about $20,000.
Directly, yeah. That's right.
Wow. Impressive. And that obviously we need to take into account that the customer acquisition strategies, it might be paid. So we will learn about that in a bit, which traffic strategy you used. But yeah, $8 generating $8 per lead is great, and with every campaign $20,000. So awesome. So let's have a look at the campaign, and then you can somewhat walk us through it as well. So let me share my screen.
Sure.
Share screen. There we go. So here we basically have the landing page, right? So we see win one of two $300 plus Eminence skincare boxes. 25 chances to win. So this is what you were telling us, right? About not having just one prize, but having prizes for different people, lots of different people. So in this campaign, does this mean that 25 people win a prize?
In this case, we're referring to specifically that the different rewards after the fact, like the different tasks you can do, increases your chances to win by up to 25%, or up to 25 times rather.
Okay, got it. All right. So then bonus, get $15 off Eminence Organics just for signing up. Contest ends October the 15th. So this campaign is currently still running.
Correct.
And it's interesting that you're saying just by signing up, you immediately get a $15 bonus. So people, regardless so what we found, whether they win or not, they get a coupon.
Yeah, exactly. So the audience we're advertising to may be ready to make a purchase at that time. So we want to give them every incentive to sign up, and then further incentive to share after the fact. And since we also, we have a large marketing list of our own customers, which we kind of, that's how we seed every contest with. We want to give them something back immediately as well. So, our primary goal with UpViral is obviously to generate leads, new leads. But as a secondary goal, we also want to generate sales during the campaign as well. So that's why we have both. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. So I'm just going to submit a lead here. Okay. You feel free to delete it from the back end later on. I don't want to skew the data through your results.
Sure.
But just for the sake of seeing it live here and going to the share page. So I'm just going to hit the yes, I want to win. Okay. And now we got to the share page. So it says Eminence. This is the logo. Increase your chances to win. Each task you complete increases your chances by up to 25%. So share on Facebook, rate us on Google, rate us on Trustpilot, rate us on Facebook. Okay, so I see a lot of focus on rating. Why is that?
Right. So, well, we've weighted these tasks, like the points you get for each task based on the importance of that action to our business. So, I mean, for certain other brands, following on Instagram or liking on Facebook may be more of a primary win for them or more beneficial. For us, the most beneficial task anyone can do is sharing on Facebook, right? So sharing on a social platform that we get a lot of traction on. For our business, it's Facebook. So we definitely want them to do that. So that's why it's number one at the top. It has the most points, and we encourage everyone to do that. Now, if they've already done that, or if they don't have Facebook or what have you, the next tasks that benefit us as a business that make the most sense for us are rating us on Google or Trustpilot or on Facebook. Because our audience, even if they're not customers of ours, they're probably already familiar with this particular skincare brand, since our targeting is generally towards that audience. So they're already familiar with the brand. And we would love them to rate that brand for us on our social profiles or our review profiles. That gets us, that's the most beneficial to us than, say, following us on Instagram directly. So that's how we've kind of weighted those tasks. And we play around with this a little bit from contest to contest. But generally speaking, for our audience and for our goals, sharing on Facebook is always number one for us.
Yeah, this is super interesting because besides the benefit of generating $20,000 each time that you do this giveaway campaign, besides that, you're getting a lot of reviews across multiple platforms: Google, Trustpilot, Facebook. And when this basically generates a lot of really positive reputation for your business, and people who might see an ad on Facebook that has nothing to do with the giveaway and they are considering to purchase your products, they may want to check you out on Facebook, on Google, on Trustpilot. And when they see a lot of positive reviews, they're going to go and submit their purchase and submit their order, right? So
yep, that's correct.
So that's also an added benefit from getting all these ratings. Awesome. Cool. So here we have then the unique invite link. You have one chance of winning the giveaway. For every friend you refer, you get an additional 5 chances to win. Then the deadline of when it's ending, and then we have and then we have here the image of the prize box 1. Okay, so we have 2 prizes, right? Box 1 and the products it comes with, and then box 2. So does that mean you have 2 winners in each campaign?
In this campaign, we have 2. In previous campaigns, we've done up to 4 prizes. Yeah. But I think 2 is kind of like the sweet spot.
Yeah. And so what do you think? Now we've seen the landing page and we've seen the share page. So what do you think are the strong points that made it work so well?
It's definitely a combination of things for sure. I mean, we've experimented with this multiple times since we run these, fairly regularly. In terms of like the landing page for, getting people to sign up, it's definitely a combination. I think on top of everything that you see here, keeping it simple is really what helps convert
Mm-hmm.
people to sign up for this particular contest. I mean, um, we used to have a much more kind of sophisticated or busy creative design here, but we've since gone with something just way more simple. So it's the contest is very simple. The details of it, like what you can win, how many prizes are available when the contest is over, and what we require from you is very, very simple. So we only have one form field when you sign up. We've experimented with more in the past, but fewer form fields just tends to have increased conversion rate. So we just ask for their email. We give them the added incentive of a discount coupon.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those really, really help to get them to sign up. And then the idea that you can increase your chances to win by up to 25% if you complete some of these tasks as further incentive to get them to share on Facebook, which we definitely want, and hopefully a review on one or more platforms
Yeah.
is really what we're looking for here. And it does just that. So we get, for every campaign, a couple hundred extra reviews for
Ooh,
people who already know the brand, who've tried the
yeah.
brand, and are just leaving kind of honest reviews, and those help tremendously for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. Um, yeah, that's all great. Like great insights here. Awesome. And you mentioned that you run this campaign. Well, you can stop the share now because we've gone through the campaign. But you mentioned that you run this campaign for like 4 weeks, right? How do you keep your audience engaged for a 4 week period? Because with shorter campaigns like 1 to 2 weeks, it's sort of easier to keep them engaged because like they recently signed up, they share, and the winner is announced. But in a 1 month, it's like they enter, but they still have an entire month to wait for the winner, and they can sort of like lose engagement or even forget that they signed up in the first place, right? So what do you
Right.
do to keep them engaged?
It's a great question. So at the beginning of the campaign, we'll send a set of various reminders to them. Hey, we know you signed up. That's amazing. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, here are some additional tasks you can complete to increase your chances for winning.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll send emails kind of that nature, basically reminding them of some additional tasks that they can complete um, throughout the campaign. Though it's really within this last 7 days that we're a little bit more, we send emails a little bit more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's every couple of days or every day we remind them, hey, the contest is about to end. If you haven't done all these tasks yet, go ahead. Um, if you have friends that haven't signed up yet, go ahead and share this with them. There's only a few days left. The prizes are fantastic. Go ahead and do that. Um,
Yeah.
and and then the last 24 hours, we'll send one or two emails just to remind them one last time, hey, it's about to end. Thank you so much. Here's some additional links, to get some additional chances. And again, it's just encouraging them over time. And then at the end, really encouraging them to complete as many tasks as possible. Again, it's the ones we really, really want them to do. Sharing, reviewing are the ones we really want to get them to complete. So just encouraging that.
All right. All right. Cool. Um, so yeah, I think that's a great strategy as well because you have those last emails with scarcity, and scarcity is what really gets people moving, gets them to take action. All
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
How do you announce the winner at the end of the 4 weeks? Do you send out an email, social media post? Do you host a live event?
Yeah. Generally speaking, we usually keep it pretty simple. We'll do just like an email,
Mm-hmm.
though we do things a little bit differently. So we'll announce the winner just through emails, but what we'll also do is we frame the email that everyone's a winner. So everyone wins a prize, whether you're the grand prize winner or not a prize winner. So everyone will get an email announcing the winners, plus an additional special discount code that's only available for 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it's generally a little bit higher than what they might have received at the beginning of the contest. So it's really to get them to engage and convert and make a purchase at the very end of the contest.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. That's a model that we see working for e-commerce, like those that are viral users who are
Yep.
into e-commerce who really get UpViral to work. Like that is what you just described is the framework that they use. Giveaway campaign. Then, when announcing the winner, giving out a discount in that same email, because the email where you announce the winner has a really high open rate, and then putting a deadline to that coupon code. For example, you said 72 hours, so you can do an email promotional campaign to the leads you just got who are engaged with your giveaway. Give them 72
Yep.
hours to use their coupon code on your website. Amazing, cool, well done, well done. And so that is post campaign, right? That is what generates the sales. And now let's talk about like sending traffic to your campaign, because a campaign without traffic doesn't get much traction. So how do you promote your UpViral campaign?
Right. Good question. So we do a combination of things. Social posts, as well as we have a large customer base already. So our marketing list is pretty big. So we originally kind of seed the contest with them. And again, for them, the bonus for signing up, the discount code we give away just for signing up is kind of incentive for them to get started with the contest. So we wanted to get them engaged and we want to get them sharing as quickly as possible. In addition to that, we also do some Facebook and Instagram ads that just promote the specific contest. And we've tried a few things in the past, and we're always experimenting with things. But generally speaking, what we'll do for Facebook, we'll just do an image-based ad with straight to the point copy. We try not to overthink it. We share our creative resources, from our landing pages to our ads and our website copy and stuff like that. We just try to share our resources. So it just makes it easier when we're running these, and just, keeping it simple here. Just, exactly what it is, how to enter, what you get, and a link to sign up.
Yeah. And like using those same assets across the different marketing pieces, right? Your ads, your landing page, your emails, etc., also helps with the continuation, right? Because people feel familiar, with what you're promoting. It's not like they see an ad with a beautiful creative, but then they go to the landing page and they are like, what is this? Like, that is not what I clicked on Facebook. When you use the same creatives, they feel like familiar with it, right? It makes sense that they see those same colors or that same image on the landing page. So
that's
here
right,
we're
yep.
seeing the Facebook ad that you described, as you mentioned, very simple, straight to the point, win $300 of Eminence prize, like and share to win. So that is very straight to the point. And can you tell us, like, do you have a set budget for a giveaway campaign that you allocate to Facebook ads?
Sure. Again, this is something we experiment with throughout the year, but generally speaking, we spend about maybe $500 to $1,000 on Facebook promotions for every campaign.
That's really great, because you have a great return, right, with the 20,000. So I was thinking that you would be spending much more than that. And that's great.
No, that's really all it takes. I mean, if you have very clear creatives, a simple flow, and a great prize, you can do pretty well with a pretty low budget.
Yeah.
And for us, we get like fantastic return on it. So, it definitely justifies it for sure.
Definitely. Do you know your cost per lead from top of mind from Facebook, roughly?
I think it's 20 cents.
20 cents per lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is like advertising on Facebook back in 2014, right? where you could
Yeah.
get 20 cents per lead. Like if you run a traditional campaign on Facebook, you will never be able to get 20 cents per lead. But yeah, with
No, and
Google,
that's, a contest or a giveaway is great for getting those types of,
yeah,
that value for lead. Because they're just, they're so much more engaging, so much more, more likely to be clicked on
yeah, yeah.
than
All right.
traditional advertisement.
Yeah. So then to generate traffic, you mentioned you do Facebook ads, Instagram ads, right? What else?
We do Facebook ads, Instagram ads. We have our marketing list.
Okay.
We do some social posts, and we also have a flyout on our website. So this is like a modal or a pop-up box
Yeah.
that a visitor will see after so much time on our website. Again, it's very simple, but like you mentioned, we share the assets, so everything is continuous.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and again, it's just to convert as much traffic as possible for every campaign. So if someone's coming to our website through another means, or maybe they're a customer, they'll see the contest, and and we encourage them to sign up for it. Again, what we're looking for them to do is to share it, right? Share it, and us to get some additional leads. So
Mm-hmm.
we're comprehensive in terms of
Yeah.
how we're advertising it.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Here we can see that website pop up that you mentioned. So again, we see same image as on the landing page. Yes, I want to win. So clear call to action that then leads to the landing page. All
That's
right,
right.
excellent. Um, so you have been doing this type of campaigns for a while now because each campaign generates around 2,500 leads, and you have accumulated over 16,000 leads in your account. So you definitely have done some campaigns already. Is there what are sort of like the main lessons that you would want to share with someone who's getting started? Like if you take yourself a few months back, right, when you started using UpViral, what do you know now that you wish you knew then?
Um, I suppose the first lesson, or the first thing I kind of learned is that it doesn't setting up like a social referral giveaway or contest doesn't have to be um necessarily a lot of work in terms of planning or like
Mm,
creating the design copy. That was one of the hurdles that was a bit difficult early on. Like you mentioned, it's now I just share all the design assets and all the copy throughout the various areas. But
yeah.
originally, uh, I felt like you would need to design, things a little bit differently based on all that kind of stuff. So it was a lot more work originally, and I learned that it doesn't have to be more work. You can keep it really simple. You don't need video ads necessarily. You don't need to have these very complex giveaway prizes, or to really complicate things. You can just keep it really, really, really simple and still get like fantastic results at the end.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest lessons early on, was that keeping things simple still works. So you don't have to overcomplicate things. The other, or one of the major other things that I learned was, like, again, like we spoke, that social referral contests and giveaways does not have to be like a one-time thing, or something you run once in a while. This can be, and maybe should be, based on your brand, something that's part of your go-to strategy for generating leads throughout the year. And for different brands, they may be, maybe it's monthly, or maybe it's season, based on the seasons. For us, we run them about one every 2 months. That
Mm-hmm.
seems to work best for us. And it's something that we can run continuously, and it just keeps generating more leads and more leads, for relatively inexpensive, and the return is fantastic. So that was the other thing that never really occurred to me early on, was that this is actually something that we want to do all the time. It's our go-to strategy. It's something that we do continuously, and it just works really well for us. One of the other lessons that
Mm-hmm.
I would should definitely want to mention, I would certainly encourage other brands to do this as well, is don't just think about a primary goal, think about secondary goals as well. Like we discussed, for most brands, the primary goal, and certainly for us as well, is generating leads. Of course, makes sense. But based on our audience and based on, the kind of particulars of our requirements and our business, our secondary goal is also to make sales throughout the contest period, which again, didn't really occur to me early on. And that's why we offer a discount for signing up immediately, and why we encourage them throughout the campaign to make a set to place an order. And then we do it again at the end of the contest. Is that for our particular audience, that works really, really well. So we kind of balance those two goals. But early on, when we started UpViral, it wasn't a consideration, but now it is. So now we run, our contests continuously. We keep them simple all the time, and we maintain those two goals. Primary goal is, of course, leads. Secondary goal is to, convert some of those leads during the contest to sales.
Yeah. Those are amazing lessons. Continuation, simplicity, and secondary goals. Not just leads, sales and revenue matter as well. And that's the ultimate goal, right? That's why we want to collect the leads. Awesome. And so I'm getting now into the few final questions. And first one is, in a few words, like, what would you say about UpViral?
Yeah, so I would say that UpViral is a really great way to generate, free or inexpensive leads in a way that's not direct advertising. And I think that, it's relevant for almost any brand, like any brand that's, in e-commerce or doing some kind of digital marketing. They can find the way to make it work for them. But I still think that for every brand that there's a definite fit for UpViral.
Yeah. Awesome. Glad to hear. Came from your words, John, not mine. Cool. And then my final question for you is, if people want to connect with you or with Beauty Ritual, where do they have to go?
Yeah, well, they can just go to our website. It's a beautyritual.ca.
All right, awesome. So with that, John, I want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being an inspiration for the UpViral community, which I'm sure they will appreciate your insights a lot to help them become more successful at viral referral campaigns. And yeah, we look forward to see you continue crushing it with your monthly or twice a month giveaway campaigns. And hopefully we can do part 2 in the future, in the near future, when you have like 100,000 leads or 200,000 leads. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day ahead. Cheers. Goodbye.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.